the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams, and my name is Tandra, and today we have a tarot pick-a-pile card reading on messages from your soulmate. There are 4 piles to choose from. The first pile has a burgundy stone, the second pile has a peach stone, the third pile has a pinkish red stone, and the fourth pile has a light pink stone. And this will be a timeless reading, so whenever you run across this video, you should be able to have it apply to you. You're to focus on one pile that draws your attention the most. Go with your gut feeling, what draws you in the most, what your intuition is telling you to do. You are welcome to watch more than one pile if you feel the need to do that. There will be timestamps in the description to tell you how to get to each pile, or where they'll be located at. And if you are not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe. It is free to do so, and you can hit the bell icon so you can be notified of any future videos that we might put out. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends and family. That will help out the channel quite a bit. Also, we like having comments from you all, so if you leave comments down below, that would be great. And we'll give you a moment or two to reflect on the piles and decide which ones you would like to see, and we'll see you at your reading. Hello, Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. This is Messages from Your Soulmate. So let's see what they have to say today. Judgment, 5 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, the King of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Knight of Chalices, I like that one, the Ace of Cups, Karma, okay, and the King of Swords again, and the Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Cups. So we got some duplicate cards here and some interesting stuff. Okay, I think that you are dwelling on some sort of loss, or some of you might feel like you're getting away with something, or like you're doing something that you are not very happy with yourself about. Whatever that might be. There could be many things, but somehow or another you're doing something that you're not very happy with yourself about, or you might be feeling a little pleased, but deep down you might be going, gee, I don't know if that's the right course of action or not. And we do have 2 judgment type of cards. We have Judgment and Karma, which is basically the judgment card of this deck. And in a lot of ways, Judgment's basically we're going to be judged for our actions at some point. Somebody is going to judge us. But it might also be that some of you guys might be judgmental of your own selves. You might be too worried about what you're doing. You might be too hard on yourselves, is what I'm getting for quite a few of you, actually, is that whatever this is that you're doing, you might actually be being quite hard on yourself. And one of the reasons why I think that is the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man is in a predicament for sure, but the Hanged Man is always somebody who knows the position he's put himself in and is trying to seek higher truth or knowledge from this predicament that he's put himself in. And so, if you are being judgmental of yourself, this might be kind of what you're doing. You're probably thinking through it. You're just deciding whether it's a good thing, bad thing, whatever. And you might even be too harsh on yourself, because I really feel like putting yourself in this kind of predicament that like the hangman has done is being rather harsh. Um, he's tied up by one ankle. He's half frozen. You know, it's upside down. The blood's rushing, to the head. That's a heck of a punishment almost. And so I get the feeling that many of you are being too hard on yourselves and you're punishing yourselves. You're um, feeling like maybe you don't deserve happiness. But that's not true, because your soulmate, whoever they happen to be out there, whether you're with them now, whether you've been with them in the past, whether they're still to come in the future, they're still out there. Their energies still combine with yours. They're still there. And their higher messages for you are, don't be too hard on yourself. Happiness is yours for the taking, and it is on the way. And for instance, we've got the Ace of Cups, which is just showing overflowing abundance of joy and happiness in nature. And it's also, aces are beginnings and startings. So you definitely are at a point where you can start feeling that. It's okay to feel that. It's time to stop punishing yourself. It's time to stop being judgmental. It's time to stop uh, being upset and worried, or feeling like you've gotten away with something that maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe you did do something that you're not very proud of, but maybe there was a good reason for it, or maybe it was important that you did that, or we learn from the things that we've done. And so, if you've now learned from that, it's okay. It's okay to forgive yourself. It's okay to go on and stop being so judgmental. And it's time to get happiness, because now, I mean, look at this. We have the Knight of Cups twice, and the knights are basically coming back victorious and, bringing the cup back. They're crossing the lands. We've got butterflies here. They're very happy. They've gone through these trials, these tribulations, this war, whatever, wherever they've gone, whatever mission they've been out on. And they are now coming back with that emotional and other happiness, treasures, whatever, that, spoils of war, basically. They've come back with that. And now it's time for you to do that now too. Emotionally, you guys can be extraordinarily happy, come back victorious emotionally, because we have two King of Swords energies. And kings, they're like practically the ultimate power. They're at the top of their game. They have lots of swords. Has to do with their mind and their intellect and the kinds of things that they think of, their ideas or knowledge. You have come through and learned a ton from everything that you've gone through, and you've learned so much that you're now at this Knight of Swords stage where you can sit back, you can reflect, you can, sit on your throne and go, okay, I've learned a ton, and now I have this power that I've built up from what I've learned, and I've been able to do that. And so that's where you guys are at now. And then also the Wheel of Fortune. There's a time for everything. There's a time to grieve. There's a time, to be judgmental. There's a time, to atone for whatever misdeeds or misconduct you might have done. But there's also times to celebrate and come forward and celebrate life and what life has to offer. Everything goes around in cycles and in circles, and now is the time for you to get out of one cycle and move on to the next cycle. That's where you guys need to be now. Is the Wheel of Fortune's now turning, and it's now time to get out of the cycle you've been in and pull yourself along to the next season. The Page of Pentacles is also a page. Pages are very youthful energy. Pentacles are earthly and in dealing with your health and your finances, and it's not healthy to brood or to be too hard on yourself. And pages, um, oftentimes are youthful energies. And so I feel like it's a rebirth that basically the Ace of Cups and the Page, that's kind of what's bringing about for you. You're in a rebirth stage now, and that goes along with the Wheel of Fortune too. You're in this new rebirth cycle. And karma's like that too, because it goes around in cycles as well. And so now you're in the rebirth cycle. You're in the new version of this now. And so that is where you all need to be, and the energy that you need to put forth now into the world. I think that's a strong message for just about all of you, is you need to get out of this energy you've been in and move forward into this other more emotional, stable and happiness energy, because that is where you're at now, and that's where you need to be. And your soulmate will be there for you and with you throughout all this. And I hope that that was helpful to you. This is all I have for Pile 1 today. Remember, give the channel or give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with everybody, and leave comments in the comment section. And we'll see you for any future videos. Bye bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. These are messages from your soulmate. Now, they could be somebody that you're with right now, or that you were with in the past, or that is coming to you in the future. It doesn't matter, because you're still connected, and you're still able to draw into that higher realm and pull the messages that way. So here they are. All right, we've got the Eight of Wands, Temperance, the Fool. He's down here. We got the Knight of Swords, the Emperor, the Five of Wands, Justice, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Wands again, or I guess it was the Knight of Swords before, wasn't it? Okay, Knight of Wands. Okay. The Hierophant, and the Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician. Oh my goodness, wow. Okay. I am thinking that you all, wow, you guys are master creators and manifestors, okay? That's just all there is to that, so much so. We have the Hierophant, we have the Magician, we have the Emperor, we have a Five of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands. You guys in the Eight of Wands, oh my gosh, you guys are such huge manifestors. You guys can have whatever you want in this world just by thinking about it, just by concentrating on it and putting your thoughts and efforts into it. Now, but because of that, if you guys know anything about the law of attraction or manifesting, it's very, very, very important not to go and think of what you don't want or negative ideas, because you guys are such powerful manifestors that if you think of things from that point of view, you might end up getting what you really don't want just because you're focused on that. Okay, so it's very, very, very important that you do that. And that's kind of where the Temperance card comes in. You need to be very temperate in your thoughts, very balanced. Don't go too far one way or the other. Don't, especially towards what you don't want, for positive fact. The Justice card is also another balanced card to go on here. So I think the message with these two cards especially is that it's a good idea for you to be very, don't go to one extreme or the other in your life. Don't go too far one way or the other, because you guys might have a tendency to want to charge in with new ideas, and just you guys are just something comes to you and you just want to charge in and go, and that's part of your manifestation too. You guys are such great manifestors that sometimes ideas will just pop into your head out of nowhere, and you just pull them in almost out of thin air, and because of that you just want to charge right in and rush right through stuff, and sometimes that's not always the right way to go. um, Sometimes it's a good idea to follow ideas and dreams and things that you have, so you want to be able to do that, but temper that with a little bit of balance. Use your intellect and the power that you have and balance that energy out with a little bit of knowledge and know-how, because you guys do have that. You're the emperor, you're very, very powerful, and the magician. You also have the Page of Cups. Is a very youthful energy. I love pages. They're so full of everything, and they have, fresh, cool stuff. But once again, things can, kind of, you could leap into things so fast that sometimes you may not see that, you know, she's getting ready to be hit with this wave and be washed away, and she has no clue of it. She is just so happy and youthful and doesn't have an idea. And so I really feel like whatever ideas you guys have, that's great and that's wonderful, and you want to follow that and manifest what you want and what your dreams are, but you need to temper that and be careful and not charge too quickly, or not look out for obstacles and dangers along the way. You do have the Eight of Wands here, and once again, that's a very fast energy. That's a, things shooting out just very, very, very quickly. You might even have something coming up in your life very fast, very unexpected, very quick, and or you're just shooting out ideas into the universe just so quickly that they almost can't catch up. And then the adventurer traveler card here too. Sometimes he is not noticing what's going on and what's right in front of him, and his dog trying to warn him here. So sometimes you've got to be careful about looking before you leap, kind of thing. Don't rush into things so quickly that you miss something that's right in front of you. Okay, so don't do that. Be very careful. But I also feel like that's a good thing, because we also have the Ten of Pentacles here, and tens are a good completion type of energy. And Pentacles deal so much with your finances, your business, your health and things, but finances and business a lot of times. And in this case, I think this is a lot of what this has to do with. And because of that, I feel like you guys can achieve all that you want. You guys can get, I mean, this is a beautiful place. There's plenty of wealth and abundance here in this, and completion is pretty much that you've reached that, and so you can do that. You can get there. Just be careful of the pitfalls and the other things along the way. Don't go too far to one extreme, basically, I think is the message we have going here. Take your ideas, take what you have, and definitely put them forth out into the world. Do what you're really feeling like you need to do with that, but know that you are very powerful manifestors and that you can manifest anything that you think of, and so forth. So because of that power that you have in you, need to be very careful not to end up materializing things that you really didn't want, or things that were not along the lines of what would be good for you. Or that there would be some pitfalls or other things. Be careful what you wish for, I guess, is kind of the theme here. And also look before you leap, and don't charge too quickly. But definitely take your ideas, take your thoughts, your dreams, and definitely manifest them into reality, because you have the power to do so. And that's something that you should do, because it will be a good thing. Just be careful in the process. Okay? I think that's all I have for Pile 2 today. You're welcome to watch any other videos that we have on the channel. We have quite a few timeless videos out there. Give a thumbs up and leave messages in the comments. We love to read those. Share with your friends and family so we can help build the channel. And we'll see you in future readings. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. And here's some messages from your soulmate. And this person could have already been in your life or is in your life now or will be in the future. It doesn't really matter. You guys still have this connection and it's still there and you can tap into that energy. And so here's the messages for you. We have the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Magician, the Ten of Wands, the King of Wands, oh my goodness, okay, the Four of Cups, the Queen of Wands, wow, the Queen and the King, okay, Judgment. It's interesting how we have some of the same cards in the different readings here. The Five of Swords and the Strength card. Okay. First of all, more than anything, I think there's some of the same message here as was in the first pile, just slightly, is I feel like some of you are either trying to get away with something or feel like you've gotten away with something that you didn't deserve and you're passing judgment on yourself because of that. Okay? Both of these cards showed up in the first reading as well, not these particular ones, but both of these showed up, and I strongly get that sense out of both of these readings for some reason. And I feel like in your case, it has something to do with money. Partly because we have the Four of Pentacles here. And the Four of Pentacles is very much a hoarding type energy. I feel like many of you might be hoarding things or keeping things to yourself that maybe you want to share with the rest of the world, but you're not sure you can, or you feel like you don't have enough for yourself, so you want to do that. Or maybe you've not really done that, you just kind of feel like you have, and that's where, you're giving yourself judgment that you shouldn't do. But honestly, I don't think that you guys need to hoard anything, and that could be your emotions, that could be your finances, that could be anything, because you guys have much, much, much to give, and you don't need to hoard the things because more will come to you as it's needed, and you have so much richness already. So don't be so hard on yourself. You guys have strength. Okay, so whatever you've gone through in the past, whatever's made you kind of feel like you need to hold on to things or keep it to yourself or whatever, you have the strength to get past that feeling and what's going on. You have that gentle strength within you. You guys are also great creative minds. You guys have wonderful, you've got the Queen of Wands twice, you have the King of Wands, you have the 10 and the 2, you have, and the Magician, you have all of this energy of creative energy. You have so much to give the world just through your creativity that it's important not to hoard that and not to hold that in. Let that come out into the world. Bring that energy out there. It's not a bad thing that you have this creativity and that you are creative. It's a good thing for the world, and you need to do that. You need to send that out. Also, we have quite a bit of energy here with partnerships and couples, or at least teamwork, because all of these three cards here have that involved with them. They're working on something together, and it's the 2. And then we have the 4, which, we've got the little boy sitting here, but he's got somebody on his side too. It's a mermaid and it's a wish, but it's still a stable energy. It's still a partnership type of energy. It's still a teamwork kind of deal. And then we also have the 10 of Wands, and then they've worked together and they're coming back with the harvest. So I get the feeling that in your openness and sharing that you need to be doing, you need to work with others. You need to have a teamwork going. You need to have a partnership going with one or two or multiple other people. But you need to share this creative energy with other people. And I kind of see that also with the Queen and King here, because that's two. Okay. It's not just, yes, you have two queens, and that's great, and that's a wonderful, energy again of having lots of creativity and being able to do that, and that's wonderful. But then we also have the king too, so they're kind of the balanced. There's a little bit of both going on there, and I think that's important. I think it's teamwork that will help you with this. I think you need to learn to rely on others and work with others and deal with others. I think that it's definitely time to do that. We do have the Seven of Cups here, and this particular Seven of Cups, for the most part, are filled with wonderful things. We've got riches, castles, I mean, there is kind of a dragon and a snake and some other things. So there might be some things, but they're all wishes kind of up in the clouds and things like that. And so I feel like you guys have wishes and dreams, and but they're full. They're things that can happen. They're things that can come to you, and they can be very good things and things that you would like to see. And that's also where the Wheel of Fortune card comes in, and I think it also comes back to these cards here of being hard on yourself, or don't try to sneak away by yourself and do things lonely. Notice how this man is taking the swords, but he's getting away from these other people. Don't do that. That's not where you guys need to be right now. There's a time for everything. There's a time for solitude. There's a time to be on your own. There's a time to be judgmental of yourself, but not anymore. It's time to move on and go on to the next cycle of life. Everything happens in cycles. Everything goes on in cycles, and you guys can do that. Take this creativity that you guys have so much of, all this wonderful magical creative energy that you have. Take that and reap something from that, but make sure you do it with others, because I think that is something that you guys in the past have always been kind of afraid of, or you're not very good at working with other people, or you want to keep everything to yourself, all your ideas, all your thoughts, whatever you have of your own, creativity, whatever it is, you want to keep it to yourself. And that's not where it's at right now. Now you need to pull in other people and share with them and work with them and do things with them, because great things can come of that. Great things, you have the inner strength to do it. You have the strength. Take that strength, that we have right here. Take the strength and do that. Work with others. Take that and bring something forth for yourself, for others, for the world, and everything, because it is so important. You guys have so much to share. You have so much that you can do. It's overwhelming almost what you all can accomplish if you work together and work with others and pull others in to your energy. And I really feel like that's the message that you need to hear right now, is that it's important to pull other people in and use your creative energy for good, and not for beating yourself up, not for getting away with things, that, oh, I was able to do this and I did it so I could. You're not going to be happy doing that, and it's not going to help anybody else doing that, and it's just going to bring forth more feelings of judgment and more hoarding and other things like that. So definitely go out, work with other people, do things with other people, take this creative energy that you have and push it forward, because that is important right now. I think that's important for you and other people. Okay, I think that's all we have for pile 3 today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, watch our other videos. We have quite a few timeless videos up right now, and we look forward to seeing you in any future readings. Bye bye. Hello, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading. Messages from your soulmate. Now, this person could be somebody that's been with you in the past, will be with you in the future, or is with you in the present. Doesn't really matter. You still are connected to them and can pull energies through. And these are messages from them. All right, we have the Sun, Strength. Oh, I like that. The World. Oh my, I love that. Okay. Oh, the Fool or Adventurer. The Queen of Pentacles, oh my goodness. The Two of Chalices, the Ace of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, this one is just like crazy clear. Okay. You guys have something that has just changed or is getting ready to change in your life. Okay, that's what this Death card represents here. Is you're going through a big change, something kind of sudden, kind of drastic, maybe, or not really like the Tower so much, but more of just something coming to an end, a cycle, something in your life that is no longer working for you, and it's time to let go of that and go on to new stuff, because we now have the Adventurer and the Ace of Wands. Okay, and those are very, very important, starting out new energies. And since you are giving up something old and moving on to something new, we now have this new energy where you're able to go out and, you know, he's got this wonderful thing in his hoop, and he's going to go across here. And we've got this Ace of Wands, which is the starting of new creative ideas and energies and passions, things that you're passionate about, things that you really care about. And now it's time to do that. Okay, if you have something that you've always wanted to do, or something that you really, really, really cared about, or, you know, if it's a business prospect or a love interest or something, if there's something else out there that you've really wanted and really, and or a sparking of an idea, or something that you're creative about, or something that's kind of come to your mind, definitely do that, because we also have the Ace of Pentacles here. And Pentacles can deal with our earthly wants and desires and finances and things like that. And it's another starting energy. And so we have this wonderful time to go out and start this new adventure, start this new project, start this new thing of whatever it is that has been holding you or your attention, or something you've always wanted to do. Now is the time to let go of something old and move on to something new. Okay, and another thing I think that is really important to do that, there might be a partnership involved, it might be a love interest, it might be time to take that leap and be with that person that you love and you care about, get married, form a partnership, you know, whatever it happens to be. It might be time to do that for some of you. That may not be for all of you, but for some of you, if that is the new idea, or if, you know, you want to ask somebody to marry you, or if you want to go out and get with somebody, or you really care about something, that's what you're passionate about, then for you that might be what this message is for, is to go out and do that. And so that might be what this is. But for some of you, that may not be the case. It just might be, you know, more of this energy. But we've got a lot of emotional and financial happiness coming through if you take this step and this leap forward. Okay, we have wonderful creative energies here with the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Once again, earthly riches, earthly abundance, things like that coming forward because they're pentacles, but also because threes and nines are very creative energies. So, I mean, you look here, he's creating he's writing down his potions, he's got his cat, which I always kind of see as magical energy kind of going. So you guys have some magic going on right now in your life. You have something magical that's brewing and that can come forward. And then, because look at this, I mean, look at this abundance and what she's created coming out of the earth here. You guys get back to nature, meditate, do things like that, get in your head to pull these ideas forward, because We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. This is emotional and financial stability and strength. Okay? The Queens are very, very, very powerful, strong energies. Cups for emotions, Pentacles for earthly matters and things like that. And look, they've got it. Both of them have it. And so I think that that is something that you all could definitely achieve. Okay? Pull forward these ideas, get started on it, and do it, because and you've got the strength to do it. The strength card's showing you you've got it. You also have this strength card. She's very gentle, and the strength that she's using isn't brute strength, it's loving strength, and it's creative strength and earthly strength, like pulling energies from Mother Nature, basically. She's, that type of energy, and so is this nine here. So you guys have that energy and that inner strength to be able to accomplish what you want in this world and accomplish what you need to do. And these cards are just showing that that is something that is very much, could show up for you, because you have what it takes. Because the World and the Sun card is the most joyous card in the deck. And, it's this happy, cheerful, go lucky, the sun's shining down, the sun's the giver of life. It's joyful and happy. And then the World, basically, you've reached the pinnacle uh, of spiritual and earthly happiness, and pretty much, everything that's out there, you reach that pinnacle. So, these two cards is, this is where you're heading towards. This is what's going on, is the World and the Sun card. This is where you guys are going. And you've got it within you. You've got the sparks of it coming forward here. It's time to let go of these old energies here. They're no longer needed. They're no longer wanted. Let them go. Take these new ideas, take these new passions, take these things that you really care about, and go with them, because it will be beneficial to you physically, emotionally, financially, and pretty much every way you can possibly think of. This would be a good step for you, and it's time to do it. Okay, that's just, where we're at here. It's time to take that first step forward and get started on it, because now's the time. Okay, I think that's all I have for Pile 4 today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Share with your friends and family. Leave comments in the comment section. Watch our other videos. We have a lot of timeless videos up right now, and we will see you next reading. Bye-bye.